In this problem, we're asked to find the equation of a line in slope-intercept form given 2 points on the line. So our example, the 2 points we have are 4, -3 and 5, 2. Now, because there's 2 points, it nicely corresponds to the fact that there are 2 steps. The first step is to calculate the slope of the line connecting these 2 points. And in order to do that, we want to label our points. This is our first x and our first y, because it's our first point, and this is our second x, x sub 2, and our second y, because it's our second point. And we have to recall that the slope formula, which happens to be the same thing as average rate of change formula for a linear function, will be the change in y, y2, and in our problem that's the number 2, minus y1, and in our problem that's a -3, so we have to be careful. We have minus because we're subtracting and a negative. We'll come back and figure out that in a minute. Then in the denominator we have the change in x, so our second x, 5, take away our first x, 4. Okay, so to do the calculating here in the numerator, 2 minus -3, that minus a negative turns to plus a positive, so 2 plus 3 gives us 5. And in the denominator, 5 take away 4 gives us 1. So the slope, which again is the variable m, is 5 to 1. But since we're going to be putting in an equation, we'll go one more step and reduce that to just the plain whole number 5. So that's step 1. Like I said, 2 points, 2 steps. So there's step 1. Now we're going to come over here and work on step 2. Now, for step 2, what we're going to do is use the fact that we just found that the slope is 5 and one of the 2 given points. And we have 2 points to choose from, and we only need 1. So I'm going to go ahead and use the first one, the 4, -3. You could use the 5 too. The work would look different, but the result would be the same. And if you want to confirm that, I suggest you give that a try. But for our example, again, we're going to do what we did in our last video. We're going to take our y equals mx plus b, and recall that we've already got our m is 5, our x is 4, and our y is -3. We're going to insert each of those numbers. So for the y, we're going to grab the -3. For our m, our 5, and again it's right next to the x, which means multiplication. Our x number is 4 plus b. And now to find our b value, we start by taking our 5 times 4, giving us a result of 20, filling in the rest. That's -3 equals 20 plus b. And now we want to isolate the b, and we'll do that by moving the 20 to the left side, adding its opposite, a -20 to both sides, keeping it balanced. On the left side of the equation we get a -23. On the right side, the 20's add to 0, go away, we're left with b. So at this point we want to notice that our slope is 5, and our vertical intercept, our b value, our y-intercept, is -23. So we're ready to put this information into our y equals, but this time we're going to insert the m, keep the x, plus our b number. So inserting those numbers, we can take that 5 for the m and our -23 for our b. And cleaning that up just one little bit, y equals 5x plus a negative we'll write as a minus 23. So y equals 5x minus 23 is the equation of the line in slope-intercept form that contains the 2 given points, 4, -3, and 5, 2.